Last time on the 2018 Rampage the movie series.
This bus is one solid piece. It also comes with a piece that's been torn off, or by the look of the bite marks, it's been chewed off. But what is pretty cool is that Ralph can hold on to the piece. Well, it's just barely holding on. He kind of reminds me of Creed Bratton from The Office, especially in that episode where he tries to be young and he quickly dyes his hair.
Everything okay? Everything's cool, dude.
I think if there was one word to describe this Ralph figure, it would have to be rickety. This one looks very flat, and he's very long. He's so long that he's actually coming out of the light area in my light box. He just looks really goofy doing that.
It looks like he's just yakking out a bone.
Okay, so we've already seen all the George sets, we've already looked at all the Ralph sets, and now we're going to go on to the third monster, Lizzie. So this is the Lizzie Canister Contact set. Now this set comes with an accessories tree, some kind of a barricade with barbed wire on it, a couple of barrels with ammo, a raft, the canister from the, well, Canister Contact, and Sparks version 2. That's right. The core Sparks gets he gets another figure finally. He has he used to be a card member of the One Hit Wonder Club, and now he has 2 figures. And then of course we get the regular version of Lizzie. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the gold accessories. So we'll start off with this one. It's a gold barrier, and it can actually come right apart. Just slip it right in, just like that. So that's kind of cool. Guessing underwater thing, since this is for Lizzie. So yeah, no, it's a pretty neat little item. So that's awesome. I actually like this way better than the bus, honestly. So so there is that. Then we also get this accessories tree here. It is also done in gold, but again, I don't think we have to worry about gold plastic syndrome on these guys. Now this isn't the first time that Leonard has done an accessories tree. This is one for the core right here, and actually I already took 2 parts off of it. I took the figure stand and one of the guns, and they're just really cool. They're pretty useful, but I'm kind of glad that I kept this one together so I can show you guys the 2 accessories trees. Now there is another version of the accessories tree, but I don't have that one. This is the only one that I have, and I actually got this one by mistake. But anyway, that is the new accessories tree right there. Kind of reminds me of the Kid Connection accessories tree. Now we also do get these barrels here. They're empty on the bottom. At first I thought, oh, what are these, like underwater charges? Since this it is themed for underwater. But no, you can see the bullet cases right there. This even has some bullets hanging. So you also get these 2 barrel accessories. And actually I think these barrels are supposed to hold ammo because they're coming out of the top. So that's a lot of ammo. And then this is the canister for Lizzie. I think this is the coolest one of the 3. They're all pretty awesome. I like having all 3 of the canisters, but this one, now that is some damage right there, and you can see that it is connected by 2 pieces. You can see that rod. I know it's supposed to be for the connection, but it looks like maybe that's where there's like even more like chemicals, or I don't know, something is going in between that pipe. So that is pretty cool. We can see that the fan is damaged on that one. So that is really neat. We look on the other side. There's no damage on that side for any of them, but that is the comparison of the 3 different canisters. We got George's canister, which just has the little broken part on top, and then we got the twisted canister for Ralph. So we tried to get into that, and Lizzie just went all out and just completely destroyed the canister. That is super cool. I really like that a lot. Okay, for the figure, we do have another core member. This is Sparks version 2. Sparks only had one other version before this in the New Recruits. He actually came earlier on in the New Recruits. So he was quickly swapped out for another figure, and we haven't seen him since. So it's really nice to see this old member of the crew of the core back into action. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take out the raft, and this boat, it's just like the one from Kong Skull Island. It has the same guns, the same gun up front also with the bullets, and we get the engine. Once again, we got those red tips just like on the other weapons. So yeah, so again, these are safety weapons, I guess. But so yeah, so this boat is number 29, which is different than the Kong Skull Island one. But we do get the flares, the supplies, and then we do get these more supplies on the side. But what is that? So are these like poison supplies maybe? I don't know, but that skull does look familiar. We do get it along the side of the boat here, which says 29857, and then there's something underneath, but I can't really read it. It's super tiny. And then of course we get that decal on this side as well. But yeah, that skull looks kind of familiar. I think it looks kind of like one of the new core figures. I don't know, I feel like I've seen that skull before. I think that skull actually looks like Impact, which is one of the new core figures. So that is pretty neat. So one thing I didn't do with the Kong Skull Island raft is I never checked if it floats. Let's go see if it floats.
Okay, the raft floats. But does it float with a figure? Yes, it floats with Sparks. But does it float with Sparks and the barrel of ammo? It sure does.
So here is Lizzie the crocodile, and of course it's just like the other figures where it looks like something you could just pick up at a craft store where they have like the animals and all that. So it feels like that. Actually, it's looking really nice. I really like that. Man, that tail, it's just so cool. It just has really nice movement to that tail right there. It looks a little broken on top, but that's okay. Yeah, definitely super scaly on there. The legs don't move or anything, but we do get jaw-chomping action, with quotes, because the head moves up and down, so that's pretty cool. So the head moves up and down, but I wouldn't call that jaw-chomping. If it was the jaw moving, it'd be jaw-chomping. So his head moves, or should I say her head moves up and down. So that's pretty cool. I really like this. Definitely a big contender for favorite monster at this moment. I like George, but this one just looks really cool too. Okay, and here we have all three of the Canister Contact figures, and they all look pretty cool. Again, I have my problems with Ralph there, but as far as Lizzie and George go, they look pretty awesome. And I guess if I was displaying Ralph like this sideways, that would be perfectly fine too, or maybe a little bit of a 3/4 view right there. So Ralph looks pretty cool like that. I definitely would not want to display him looking forward, because if we did that, then I don't know, it looks kind of thin. So definitely more of a dynamic pose, or just, you know, turning them around or whatever. They definitely look really cool. I really like these figures. This is a personal thing, but I think that the Canister Contact sets are definitely much better than the other sets. The other sets don't have as much stuff going on, and I get it. It's much more plastic being used, so bigger figures and all that. But for $10 each, this is a really good deal. You get a nice figure, some accessories, and of course the monsters. Now, this isn't the first time that Leonard has come out with a crocodile figure. We actually got one in the Core New Recruits Animal Ambush set. So this set comes with Rucker, which is the main hero. But anyway, that one also came with one. And I know some people are probably saying,
Oh, it's the same crocodile from that set. Whatever, Leonard is just cheaping out.
well, let's go ahead and make that comparison. Even though I'm sure you can tell from the box what the answer is. So there we have Lizzie, and we have the regular core crocodile. So, yeah, there's a huge difference. This one is definitely much smaller. There is no jaw chomping action. Of course, Lizzie does. So, yeah, I have to say that yes, this is a different crocodile than this one right here. So, it's obvious. This is completely different than Lizzie. And I think it looks really funny if you have them facing forward. You have the this is what happens if you don't brush your teeth, but if you brush your teeth every day, you'll look just like this. So that's actually really funny. He has a big toothy smile. And another thing that's kind of funny is that this one was actually molded in 1997. So then 20 years later, because I'm sure this was done in 2017. So 20 years later, we get Lizzie. So there you go. That's a 20 years difference right there. Now, what do I think about this set? This set is really, really super cool. Totally worth it. I would definitely recommend it. Yes, we do get a core figure, but that's alright. He is a cool core figure that we haven't seen in a long time. So, yes, the Canister Contact set for Lizzie is really awesome. Huge improvement over the Ralph one. So, yes, it's a really good set. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Canister Contact set for Lizzie. And next time, we're going to be looking at the Big City Brawl set for Lizzie. And that is going to be the last one, so stay tuned for that one.